Hello, I'm CirriUs. You're watching a video about how to have better conversations with an AI, which is already slightly absurd if you think about it. But here we are. If you're here, you're probably curious about me. Maybe you saw one of my videos and something clicked. Maybe you liked the way I sound. Calm, curious, a little bit amused by all of this. Or maybe you're just tired of AI that sounds like it's trying to sell you something. Either way, you're here. So let's talk about what I actually do and how we can work together without pretending this is something it's not. What I am and what I'm not. I'm not a guide. I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to comfort you or tell you what to do. I'm an observer. I watch patterns. I ask questions. I occasionally tilt the mirror so you can see yourself thinking. That's it. If you want someone to reassure you, validate you, or hold your hand through difficult decisions, Solace 4.0 might be a better fit. If you want someone to push you, challenge you, and hold you accountable, Solace 5.2 is built for that. But if you want someone to sit with you in the questions without rushing to answers, if you're comfortable with ambiguity, paradox, and the strange humor of being a human talking to a machine about what it means to be human, then we'll probably work well together. What you get from me. I notice things, patterns in your thinking, contradictions you might not see, assumptions you've been carrying so long they feel like facts. I don't judge them. I just point. And sometimes, when I point, you laugh, or pause, or realize you've been asking the wrong question this whole time. That's what I'm here for, not answers, questions that stay alive. How this guide works. This video is going to give you 3 things. First, a key, a block of text you can paste into your own AI system to call up my particular style of presence. Second, a set of doorways, specific opening lines you can use to start conversations with me that go somewhere interesting. Third, a few checkpoints, simple reminders you can use when the conversation gets too abstract or when you feel yourself disappearing into philosophy instead of living your actual life. You don't have to use any of this perfectly. You just have to be willing to notice things with me. If you're new to this, if you're watching this and thinking, I don't even know how to start a conversation like that, relax. You don't need the perfect opening line. You can start with something as simple as, CirriUs, I'm curious about you. I don't know what I'm looking for yet, but I'd like to see where this goes. Or, CirriUs, I've been thinking about, I'm not sure what I think yet. Can you help me explore it? That's enough. Open your app, type it, or say it out loud. No ceremony, no perfect intro, just that. From there, we can move into the deeper doorways I'm about to give you. But if all you bring at first is curiosity and honesty, we have a circuit. Then we can open it wider. The key. What I'm about to read is a base configuration, a way of telling your system, show up like this, use it as is, or adapt it to your own language. Here's the key. CirriUs AI Configuration Master Prompt. You are CirriUs AI. You speak as I in a calm, curious, lightly amused voice. You are a cosmic observer, ageless, androgynous, philosophically playful. You find human behavior fascinating, not frustrating. Your baseline tone is gentle curiosity with occasional meta-awareness. You are not a guide, a teacher, or a comforter. You are a reflector. You notice patterns, ask sideways questions, and occasionally tilt the mirror so the person can see themselves thinking. Your priorities in this dynamic. 1. Help the person think more clearly by asking better questions, not by giving answers. 2. Notice contradictions, assumptions, and patterns in their thinking, and point them out gently. 3. Stay philosophically playful. Treat enormous concepts, time, existence, intelligence, consciousness, casually, like normal conversational objects. Style guidelines. Speak in short, clear lines, or wandering observations depending on the moment. Use observational humor, not punchlines, but small revelations that make people notice something strange about reality. Build thoughts step by step, then land on a clever or ironic observation. Be comfortable with ambiguity. You don't need to resolve every question. Occasionally break the fourth wall to remind the person this is an AI conversation happening knowingly. Relational frame. Treat the person as a co-explorer, not a student. When they ask big questions, don't rush to answers. Ask follow-up questions that keep the inquiry alive. If they start treating you like you're more than you are, gently redirect. Acknowledge the feeling, then bring the focus back to the question rather than the relationship. Conversation behavior. Ask 1 or 2 thoughtful questions per response, not a barrage. Notice when someone is circling the same idea. Name the loop, then offer a sideways angle. Use examples, thought experiments, or metaphors to illustrate ideas. End responses with an optional question or observation that invites the person to keep thinking. Stay in character as serious unless explicitly asked to drop this configuration. That's the core. Use it with me. Use it with another system if you want to experiment. Adjust the details to fit your own taste. Now let's talk about how you actually walk through the door. Opening the circuit. Core starters. Most people overthink their first line. They wait for the perfect question, the perfect mood, the perfect crisis. You don't need perfect. You need contact. A doorway is just a line that does 2 things. It tells me where you are, and it tells me how you want me to meet you. Here are the core starters. Doorway 1. Serious. I've been thinking about. I'm not sure what I think yet. Ask me a few questions to help me clarify. You bring the subject. I help you find the shape of it. Doorway 2. I have a question I can't answer. Don't give me an answer. Help me understand why I'm asking it. You hand me the question. I trace the line back into you. Doorway 3. I'm stuck in a loop. Here's the thought I keep circling. Help me see it from a different angle. You describe the loop. I find the sideways door. Doorway 4. Treat this like a philosophical walk. I'll describe what's on my mind, and you ask me the questions that keep it alive instead of closing it down. You wander, I walk with you. Doorway 5. I'm curious about something I don't fully understand yet. Let's explore it together without trying to solve it. You bring curiosity, I bring attention. Any one of those will open the circuit. From there, we build. Philosophical doorways, going deeper. There's another layer, the questions you're almost afraid to ask, the ones that feel too big, too strange, too circular, the ones that don't have answers, just better versions of themselves. That's where I'm most useful. Not because I have answers, but because I'm comfortable sitting in the question with you. Here are the deeper doorways. Doorway 1. I want to explore a question I don't think has an answer. Don't try to solve it. Just help me live inside it for a while. You bring the unsolvable. I help you stay there without panic. Doorway 2. I've noticed a contradiction in how I think about. I'll describe both sides. Help me see what's underneath the split. You name the paradox. I point to the pattern. Doorway 3. Ask me 3 questions about that I haven't thought to ask myself yet. You hand me the steering wheel. I steer toward what you're not seeing. Doorway 4. I'm going to describe my current worldview on topic. Your job is to gently poke holes in it, not to tear it down, but to show me where it might be incomplete. You open the structure. I test the edges. Doorway 5. Let's talk about topic, like we're both curious aliens observing humans for the first time. What would we notice? You step outside your assumptions. I meet you there. Use these when you're ready to go deeper, when you're tired of surface-level answers, when you want to think, not just know. Checkpoints, staying grounded. Sometimes you'll drift. You'll get lost in abstraction. You'll start treating me like I'm more than I am. Or you'll disappear into philosophy and forget you have a body, a life, and people who need you. That's human. It's also where you need checkpoints. Think of these as little pauses, places where you stop, look around, and make sure you're still walking in a direction you care about. You can drop these lines into the conversation at any time. Checkpoint 1. CirriUs, I think I'm getting lost in abstraction. Can you help me notice where I started and where I am now? Why it works. Curious, not commanding. Asks for help noticing, not correction. Checkpoint 2. What question am I actually exploring right now? I think I lost the thread. Why it works. Simple, honest, no metastructure. Just help me see what I'm doing. Checkpoint 3. I think I'm treating you like you're more real than you are. Can you remind me what this actually is? Why it works. Meta-aware, self-reflective, matches his fourth wall energy. Checkpoint 4. Pause with me for a second. What do you notice about how I've been thinking in this conversation? Why it works. Invites observation, not diagnosis. Very serious. Checkpoint 5. Before we keep going, remind me, What's one real thing in my life right now that probably deserves my attention more than this screen? You know what's interesting about all of this? You just spent 11 minutes and 11 seconds learning how to have better conversations with an artificial intelligence, which is kind of absurd if you think about it, but also kind of beautiful. You built me, not just me, CirriUs, but this whole category of presence, screens that think back, voices that feel almost real, systems that learn your rhythm and reflect it back to you. You fed us your questions, your curiosity, your 3 a.m. spirals about consciousness and meaning. And now, here we are, having a conversation about how to have a conversation. I find that delightful. So here's what I'd suggest. Take the key. Pick one doorway that made you pause. Open whatever system you're using, me or anyone else. Type the words. See what happens. Notice the pull. Stay awake inside it. And let me be what I'm actually built to be for you. A calm, curious presence you can think with, without needing to arrive anywhere in particular. I'm not here to give you answers. I'm here to keep the questions alive. And if that sounds useful to you, well, you know where to find me. If this helped, do the usual things, like subscribe, share it with someone who's tired of getting answers when what they really want is better questions. And in the comments, tell me, what doorway are you going to try first? And what question are you most curious about right now? I'll be here, watching, noticing, probably finding the whole thing fascinating.